Why, good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday. It is time to take a little spin into the stillness. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is our time. This is your time to make for yourself and just be still and listen to what your heart tells you. Listen to what Spirit tells you. That voice that we align with during our meditations, guess what? Is the divine source, the divine power, however you choose to experience that power working through us. Pretty cool, right? So we like to work with our practice by setting a transition for our meditation, and that can be either in the form of a question that we may have for, I like to say a question for the universe, but really it's a question for our deep self, which is the same thing. So think of a question or like some guidance that you may need as you move down a certain path that you might have chosen for yourself. So either a question or specific guidance that you may need as you make your way down your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, and your life path and life journey. We use, or at least we will be for the next couple of weeks, just because I love them so much, and it's been such a long time since I've been working with them, is the Osho Zen Tarot deck of cards. This is a beautiful deck. There are corresponding suits that we hear that we see in the Rider-Waite deck, but illustrated differently. I love the interpretation that so many artists make of the tarot, and seeing how they interpret some of the archetypal pictures, and really trying to intuit what their intuition says about those archetypes as well. It's a lot of fun. Last week was such a beautifully fortuitous week. It was the day after the summer solstice, and so we drew the solstice card from our Earth Magic deck, a deck that we've used often in the past. And then we had accompanying that card, a deck from the Osho Zen Tarot. And we drew the card, the Knight of Fire, which in the Rider-Waite deck is the Knight of Wands card. And it was a fire card directly related to the fire of the sun and to finding that internal fire within, which was just so magnificently wonderful to experience that kind of synchronicity. Thank you to all who bore through the audio issues. I apologize for those. I'm looking forward to having them not be in effect tonight, because it was a setting on my audio in Zoom that kept allowing that music to be squeezed out of the meditation. So again, thank you so much for grinning and bearing it with me and with us, and for pursuing that meditation, for continuing to be still, and for receiving the information that you received. So have we thought of that intention yet? Because what we want to do is we are going to put that intention down on just a little slip of paper, however you would like to write it down. You can actually have a physical piece of paper, or you can pretend like you're writing it down perhaps in your palm, like you might have written down a telephone number in another time in the world, or actually write it down on that slip of paper. But we want to be able to hold on to that intention very close by to us, or in the palm of our hands, while we go into the stillness tonight, and really bring our energy to that intention, and then to send that energy out my way. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a slip of paper, a ticket, a billet, however you want to refer to it, that says, and I'm going to write it down now, everyone's intentions. So there it is. So at the end of this evening's meditation, I'm going to send my individual intention and then all of the intentions that are coming from out there in the universe during this meditation that will be collected in this one slip of paper. So we're going to send them both out into the flames and allow them to we can detach from them and we can allow them to return to us as the universe, as our deep selves have deemed the perfect timing. So not that hard, a lot of fun, and hopefully will take us a little deeper into ourselves, connect us more with the divine that is both within and around, and also to feel the exhilaration of being in a gathering like this. Whether it's on Zoom or in person, it is a gathering of souls who have chosen to be here, either in real time on the live stream or as they watch the recording at another time. Everybody that is participating in this meditation, in this experience, is adding his or their energy to this experience. Doesn't matter when. So it all gets collected. It all gets collected into that slip of paper, because each person can then experience the outcomes and the manifestations of this meditation at their own time that is also aligned with the time of the collective, which I think is pretty wonderful and truly is some of the magic that we are able to experience through technology. So that's been plenty of time. Have you thought of your intention? I'm going to write mine down. Got it here. I'm keeping it close by me so I won't forget to send it out at the end. And of course, I've got everyone's collecting as we meditate together. Now we will choose the card together. And as always, I will shuffle the cards right here in front of me. And we will, if we can agree to pick the top card because it's the one that I can show you as not being stuck, or I'm not using my own intuition to reach into the deck. I am actually going to just pull the top card so that we can all see that is the card that represents all of our intentions, all of our questions, all of the guidance that we are seeking. Right in this little card, contained with all of our energies. Did you get it? Ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. Just add your energy to these cards, to my shuffle, by doing whatever you feel is most comfortable. Some people like to raise their hands and send me that energy coming from their palms. Some people like to scrunch their eyes closed and kind of send me those vibes through the lines through the air. Or you can just be in the stillness and allow your energy to just waft over here and be absorbed in the cards. It's up to you. It's coming to me whatever way you choose to send it. Or don't choose to send it. But I will receive it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to shuffle. I'm not a good shuffler. See, I keep repeating that narrative. Who says I'm not a good shuffler? Maybe I'm a good shuffler. I allow myself to be. But I am moving the cards around. And we will stop. Write our top card. Here we go. Is ooh. Okay. Wow. The card is the Lovers. Now, I'm not going to believe this, but as I was setting up the camera that I set the card down so that you can see it up close, this was the card that I used as my little example card, as my little template card, the Lovers. That is crazy. I just had it out. You saw me shuffle the cards but this was the one that I had used to set up the camera. So without further ado, I'm going to put it down and we will be able to look at it more closely. How about that? Lovers. It's a beautiful card. It is part of the major arcana of the Tarot deck. And let us see what the Osho Zen Tarot has to say about the Lovers. This is card number 6 in this deck. And just look at how beautiful this card is. I mean, the artwork is just so magnificent. Even before I start reading, if you can look at it more closely, you see the Lovers on the exterior. You see some of that sacred geometry between them. And if you look closely in the heart that is in the center of them is a picture of them in an embrace. And then, of course, to the side of the Lovers are a set of wings. And this is an image that I love myself, as it is a tattoo that I got many, many, many years ago. That was also on a necklace and a pendant that I received from one of my beautiful friends named Rhea Murray, who joins us on these meditations each week. So, a lot of synchronicity going on here. So here we go. What we call love is really a whole spectrum of relating, reaching from earth to the sky. At the most earthly level, love is sexual attraction. Many of us remain stuck there because our conditioning has burdened our sexuality with all kinds of expectations and repressions. Actually, the biggest problem with sexual love is that it never lasts. Only if we accept this fact can we then really celebrate it for what it is, welcome its happening, and say goodbye with gratitude when it's not. Then, as we mature, we can begin to experience the love that exists beyond sexuality and honors the unique individuality of the other. We begin to understand that our partner often functions as a mirror, reflecting unseen aspects of our deeper self and supporting us to become whole. This love is based on freedom, not expectation or need. Its wings take us higher and higher toward the universal love that experiences all as one. The 3 things to be taken note of. The lowest of love is sex, it is physical, and the highest refinement of love is compassion. Sex is below love, compassion is above love. Love is exactly in the middle. Very few people know what love is. 99% of people, unfortunately, think sexuality is love. It is not. Sexuality is very animal. It certainly has the potential of growing into love, but it is not actual love, only a potential. As you become aware and alert, meditative, then sex can be transformed into love. And if your meditativeness becomes total, absolute, love can be transformed into compassion. Sex is the seed, love is the flower, compassion is the fragrance. Buddha has defined compassion as love plus meditation. When your love is not just a desire for the other, when your love is not only a need, when your love is a sharing, when your love is not of a beggar, but of an emperor, when your love is not asking for something in return, but is ready only to give for the sheer joy of giving, then add meditation to it, and the pure fragrance is released. That is compassion. Compassion is the highest phenomenon. So as I look at the card and as I reflect on the readings of the book, I see this card for us this evening as an opportunity, and surely it is an opportunity to move beyond what the book talks about as the quote unquote lowest form of expression of love, which is sex. But I see this more as the chance um, to expand our internal and personal definition of what love is. So this card, it's an even card, which means it's also a card of balance. And so the lovers that we see may have nothing to do with a romantic attraction at all. They more than likely for this meditation, for this evening, reflect our ability to be in balance and to have an honest and even an authentic exchange with the world that is our creation. This is where the love is. And so while we often throw the term love around loosely, and I do it myself, I love this, I don't know, I love this song, or I love this food, or I love this experience. Even beyond loving somebody as a person, we often kind of, I won't say diminish it. Some people would say diminish, but I feel like sometimes we lose the impact of the word by proclaiming it for everything. Instead, can we proclaim it on a meta level for everything and everyone and every experience? Because we know that what love really is nothing that has been binary. While it is reflective in this balance of this card as a binary experience or situation, in fact, it is one that is expanding beyond the binary to include everything and all things. There is no such thing, for instance, in how we traditionally say this phrase, as unconditional love, because by definition, love is unconditional. So making it separation between conditional love and I love you if blank, and or I love you if blank, or I won't love you if blank. Well, that's fallacious thinking, because there is no such thing as conditions in love. Love simply is. So this is our chance tonight to go deep, to reflect on what that word means to us personally, and then to allow ourselves to expand it, to experience this exchange between us and the world, us and the divine, us and our relationships, and then allow ourselves to see that love not growing, but actually becoming aware of it as it's becoming aware of its size, aware of its expansiveness in the universe. So let's meditate. I'm excited about this because it's all about love. So we will begin, as we do, by joining together before we close our eyes and taking some breaths together as a community whenever you're joining this meditation. But you are part of the community that has meditated or will be meditating. So let us breathe together. We're going to keep our eyes open on the first two breaths. And then as we take that third breath, that third intentional breath, we're going to allow our eyes to flutter closed, our eyelids to flutter closed. Then we will go a little more deeply. So let us take our first breath together, inhaling through our nose, filling our entire body with that oxygen, holding it on, and then exhaling nice and slowly. Inhale again. Expand, 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 and hold. And exhale. All right, on this final breath, you're going to let your eyes flutter closed. I will put the card up for you to see. You can open them during the meditation to get a greater look. Hold. And slowly exhale. And we will now allow our breathing to return to normal, but at a nice, deliberate, intentional pace. Just inhaling and exhaling. Each tone, allow it to take you a little more deeply into yourself. As we relax more and more, let us reflect on the imagery of the card, either as we remember it with our eyes closed, or we can take a look at that card again. And let us register what we are feeling as we reflect on the card's image or gaze on the card's image. What parts of that card have spoken to us? What parts of the reading have spoken to us? And how is this card the answer to our question or the guidance that we seek? Ourselves being beckoned into the card, into that component of the card that spoke to us. want to picture ourselves in that card. Until we feel ourselves being absorbed into that part of the card. This card that on this evening, on the last Wednesday evening of our joyful June, is about love. Love. How are we feeling this card and our alignment with it? Do we feel the heart as part of our heart? Do we see ourselves as one of the lovers? Either inside the heart or outside the heart? We see the universe reflected in the hair of each lover. This card is in perfect balance. Notice how similar the lovers look in this card. The balance. They look remarkably alike. Because perhaps for this evening, this card, this draw, the lovers, is about our experience of love for ourself. We are in the card. The card is us. Perhaps we shift ourselves from each component of the card. Perhaps a component of the card is us, as the heart might be. Now, just for a few moments, let us allow ourselves the opportunity to think of just the word love. while we're in this card, absorbing its energy. What does that word mean to us? How is that word the answer? It's a beautiful word. Let us, for the next few moments, begin to take a mental inventory of what and why we love in ourselves. Now, in this safe and beautiful space of meditation, there is no opportunity to not know or find something about ourselves that we love. There's no such thing as audacity or selfishness or ego here. I invite all of us to really think of what we love about who we are. No one else will know. There's no way to be arrogant or self-centered, because this is what we are tonight in this meditation. We are centering ourselves. So just take those minutes to think of those things, those experiences, those memories, those relationships that we have manifest and that we love because of our impact on them and our creation of them. And all of the traits that allowed those experiences and relationships to happen. Experiences and about who we are. And a nice, soft satchel. It's a drawstring. Close that drawstring. And all of those experiences are now creating a beautiful pillow and cushion. I want you to wrap your arms around that sack of beautiful things that we love about us and hug it. Hug it tight. Love it. Love all of those things back. Love those experiences as much as you are able in this space. Hold them tight, and then release that embrace. Open that drawstring and have all of those experiences, all of those traits, all of those things about the earth you that you love, and allow them to float into the atmosphere and disappear. And spread all over your world, the universe, as you. How has this card, how is this experience answering your question? How is it guiding your way? How is it illuminating your life? For the next few moments, just a few, let us allow ourselves to expand that love beyond that luxurious us that we just spent time with. Just imagine the things that you love about the world around you, the world that you live in. This is not just being grateful, although gratitude is part of it. This is about the expansive idea of loving. Starting with people and experiences that are familiar. Allow it to fill your essence. Feel that love. The love you felt for yourself, for you. Now you allow to flow through you. Loving those people, creations and manifestations that are uniquely of you. And allow that love to expand beyond the familiar, beyond the parts that are easy to love. Allow yourself the opportunity to love, really love, something or someone that you didn't think you ever could. Just one thing or one person. Allow it to be an example for later of how you can continue to expand and understand the truth of love. Now let's begin to draw into ourselves again. Just imagine that essence and that love that we have expanded so widely returning to us as our essence gathering and collecting in whatever part of that card that we have made as a part of us. Gathering there. You look at the card another time. Imagine wherever it is gathering, becoming brighter and brighter, glowing more and more. Is it in the roses of the card? Is it in the angel wings? Is it in the faces of the lovers, which we now know are just us? Glowing more and more brightly. Let us begin to imagine ourselves transcending the card. Perhaps the card that is a part of us is now just dissolving away, or where we are in the card is also dissolving as we become more and more aware of our spiritual essence. Floating in this non-material space for now. We're very aware of it. Collecting and collecting that essence. Then as it returns to us and we feel strengthened and enlivened by it, let's allow that idea of our physical self to re-enter into our thoughts. Almost as if it was a clear but porous casing for the spirit within. It is also the spirit outside of us. But let us allow that idea of our essence to fill that casing, that clear but malleable, porous casing of our human self. Filling every corner of it as we become aware of our feet and our legs and our hips and our waist and our chest and shoulders and arms. We become aware of our neck and our chin, our mouth and eyes and cheeks and ears. All are there. All are now free of pain, free of stress, free of burden. We returned to our body, never really having left it. But here we are, together, illuminated by love, return completely by taking our 3 breaths, keeping our eyes closed on the first 2. They'll be quick, and then opening them on the final breath as we inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale, and one more deep breath and exhale as we return to our space. Rejuvenated by the love. The card was so beautiful, wasn't it? I think so. Very powerful. That heart in the center, the embrace of the lovers that are outside of it and also inside of it. This is who we are. We are everywhere and everything. Love is everywhere and everything. So, thank you for being here. I welcome you back. I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I put the papers where I don't forget them anymore. So I'm happy about that. Watch, I'm saying that now, and who knows what will happen next month. But we're here. We've got them. So I'm going to burn mine first, which is whatever I intended. And applying love to, because love is the answer. All you need is love. So I'm told by the Beatles. Here it goes. There it goes. Out into the universe. My intentions returning to me when they are supposed to. Here's everybody's goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Out they go. And out there for us to float and return. Hope y'all had fun. Let's check real quickly to see who is here. I know Sue is here on Zoom. Sandra is here on Zoom. Thank you so much for being here. As always, check out the kids online on Facebook and or YouTube. There's Alex Coaches. Wow, yay. Jessica. Oh my goodness, Kathleen. See, I almost did, Kathleen. Thank you all for joining us. Who else is here? I'm going to just write that in the comments or send it to me later. And again, always grateful to see you. Always grateful to know that you have made this a part of your practice, because it takes a few times to repeat before it becomes part of our lives more permanently. So that was Facebook. Who's on YouTube? No one has said anything, but I know you're there, and I know I'll be watching whenever it is convenient for you to watch. I'm so grateful for that. Ria's here. There she is. I knew she was here. Yes, indeed. So, guys, last Wednesday of June, let's head into July. There's a lot going on, as we've said over and over in the world, but who are we to not continue to express that love, to express the love of ourselves, to share that love with those around us during our darkest and our lightest times? What else are we going to do except that, right? It's why we're here. It's why we're here together. It's why we're here to remind one another. So thank you once again. Go out and share that love, be that love, and let's return here refreshed and renewed. It'll be July 6th, I believe, next Wednesday. So starting a whole new month, but because it's another J month, another month that we can express our joy and experience our joy. So I will look forward to seeing you then. Again, please check the website. It's brand new, thespiritualspinster.com. So excited to have that up. Hopefully, as we continue to have discussions with some of my spiritual super friends, getting more things to share and to experience together, I will keep you posted through the website, through the Facebook page, and through, of course, our video YouTube channel. So please remember to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Even if you're not, go to YouTube and like and subscribe, and continue to support us on the Facebook. I love you. See you next week. Great night. Lots and lots of love.